Well, folks, we've all known that using adjustment layers was always the best way to go when it comes to making adjustments inside of Photoshop, but you kind of had to know a little bit of the tricks of the trade to be able to use them. Well, now with Photoshop CS4, the adjustments panel has all the adjustments inside of it, and the best part about it is it automatically adds it as an adjustment layer. Let me show you how. As a Photoshop instructor, one of the things that I'm always kind of trying to move people toward is adjustment layers, because adjustment layers are a very flexible way to do adjustments to your photo without having to make permanent changes. You can always go back and you can change something about it. All right. Now, what's happened inside of CS4 is that we have a panel that's dedicated to this, not only dedicated to adding adjustments, but it does it in the right way. You no longer have to know kind of the tricks of the trade of what the difference is between the image adjustments menu and what the difference between the layer, new adjustment layer, and basically the same things. You don't have to know the differences anymore. Essentially, the adjustments panel is having you add adjustments the right way using an adjustment layer. All right, so the way it works here is just click on an adjustment like Vibrance. That's a new one inside of CS4. All right, you click on the adjustment to add it. If you look down in the layers panel, you'll see that it's automatically created an adjustment layer for me. But the adjustments panel is more than that, because look at what's happened here. It did not open up a new dialog box. Instead, it opened up my sliders inside the same panel. All right. It's almost like Camera Raw. You know how Camera Raw doesn't open up all these different dialog boxes? Everything is in one neat place. And that's kind of the way things seem to be moving here. And I like it a lot because it keeps those dialogues away from my image. So I always know I can come over here. I can make a change. I don't have to kind of move a dialog to keep it from hiding my photo. And when I'm done, if I ever want to tweak it, I can come down here to my layers palette. I can continue to work on the photo, or I can click on that adjustment layer and it's going to open the settings back up right where I left it, which means I can come in here and I can tweak it if I want to, and I can change them. So it's good in a lot of ways because it's done a couple things. It's brought all of our adjustments right out into the open. It's no longer something that I have to dig through a menu to find or know a keyboard shortcut to find. I can get to all of them right inside of this adjustments panel, but it's also done it in a good way because every time I add something, like let's say levels, and I make a quick change here, notice what it does. It adds it over here as an adjustment layer, so I can always come back there. I can turn it off, or I can double click on it and come back in here and I can tweak the adjustment later. Hey, I also got a quick tip for you, because not only are the adjustments all grouped inside of the adjustments panel, but don't forget that as you click toward the bottom where you can see the actual name of the adjustment, there's presets inside of there. So if you click on a preset, it automatically applies some form of the adjustment to your images. I'm Matt Kloskowski. Talk to you again soon.